I made some beautiful Christmas DIY projects and I can't wait to share them with you. Hi guys, if you're new to my channel, welcome over. I'm so glad that you found me. My name is Vasna and I love to DIY on a budget. So make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification so that you don't miss any of my new videos. So let's move right into these DIY projects. For my first project, I'm going to use one of these signs that I got from Dollar Tree, and this is one that I've already painted with one coat of black, but you can still see the sparkles. So what I'm going to do is just to take my hand sander, and then I'll be sanding, and then I'll be painting it with a coat of white acrylic paint. Then I'm going to be using this scrap piece of wood. It's a 1 by 2 actually scrap piece of wood that I got from my local hardware store, and I keep a few in hand for my craft projects. So here I'm just going to mark where I want to make the cut, and then I'm just going to bring it out one at a time, and then I'm going to use my miter saw and just cut it outside, and then I'll be bringing it back like you can see here. I'll place the next piece, mark where I want to cut, and then I'm going to proceed that way to make a frame. So here you can see this is how after I sanded, you can still see the color that was underneath, but I'm going to use a few coat of this white acrylic paint that I get from Michael's, and then I'm going to paint the whole surface to make sure that everything is covered properly. The pieces of wood that I cut down, I'm going to use this acrylic paint that I got from the dollar store. It's in the color burnt umber, and I'm going to dilute with some water as well as a bit of the white acrylic paint just to get this light texture. So again, as you can see here, I didn't follow the step of diluting it with water just because I wanted to get that thick coat of paint, but I'm definitely putting some white acrylic paint just to get that rustic finish, because I didn't want it to be necessarily a really dark brown in color. So I'm going to do that for all 4 pieces. Once everything is dry, I'm going to use this Gorilla Wood glue, and I'm going to apply just a bead of glue all along the border here, and then I'm going to frame my piece. Then for the center of my frame, I'm going to use this Christmas tree shape that I also got from the Dollar Tree. I'm not going to use the bottom piece. And here I made a mixture of brown acrylic paint mixed with quite a bit of water just to get that stain look. And I'm just using this foam brush just to apply to give that stain look for my piece of wood here. And I love this color. I think it would look really nice in the center of the frame that I did, and I think it would complement really well the colors. Once everything was dry, I just took that piece of stained Christmas tree, and then I'm just gonna apply some hot glue and apply that to the center of my piece. I love the rustic look that it gives and the minimalistic finish, and I didn't want these DIY projects to have a lot of color so that it can blend in with the farmhouse look and the rustic look that I was going for. And then I'm gonna use a word on this pack here that I also got at Dollar Tree. I just wanted to find the one that would be perfect for this piece and would fit properly. So as you can see, I wanted to put the word believe, but it was too big and it got caught in my frame right there. And the word joy did not fit the way I like, so I'm gonna end up going with the word peace. And this is how it looks. I love this rustic and natural looking piece of DIY project that we did, and it came out so beautifully. For this next DIY project, I'm going to use this sign that I got from the local dollar store here in Canada, the Dollarama, and I'm going to use two of these frames. I love how high-end these frames are, and the fact that you can pop out the backing to add whatever you like. I think it's an added bonus for this frame. It also comes with the hanging hardware, which is really nice. And I've done previous DIYs for fall using these frames as well. So I'm going to be using two frames. I'm going to remove the backing here that I'll be painting just in a little bit. To paint this piece, I'm going to use this Martha Stewart paint that I got from Michael's. It's really hard to see the color now, but this is what I'm going to use. And any cream color texture paint would work for this project. So here I'm directly putting some paint here. I have barely some left in there, and this paint is actually very thick in texture, so it's going to give a good coverage for my board here. This is how it looks after putting two coats of paint. Now I'm going to use the same burnt amber acrylic paint color that I also get from the Dollarama, and using the dry brush technique. So using a brush with very little amount of paint, I'm just going to dry brush just to give that rustic and natural look to my project, because I wanted these to tie in with that same theme. Now I'm going to use these Christmas tree ornaments that I got from the Dollar Tree. It comes in a pack with 5 Christmas tree in it, and to fill in the holes that are up there, I'm going to use some wood filler that I'm just going to put just to cover that or to fill that hole, and I'm going to let everything dry. I'm then going to use the same technique that I did for my previous project, which is to use this brown acrylic paint with some water to dilute it down and to get that light stained finish. So I'm going to do that to all of the Christmas trees right here, and I just really want to get this pale brown stain look. So that's what I'm going to do for all of my Christmas trees here. So as you can see, my board has this red outline that I did that I didn't film, but I didn't end up liking it, so I'll be covering that later on with the same background just to match the same cream distressed background that I have there. So what I'm gonna do is just to use some hot glue and then glue these Christmas tree into place once I have dry fitted them to make sure that they fit to the center properly. I would have painted the background prior to putting these Christmas trees if I had thought of it before, but I realized I didn't like the look after I put the Christmas trees in there, so that's what I'll be just covering the red outlines in a bit. And I'm going to do the same thing as I did for this one, but with the other frame for my other DIY project. But I'm going to just place this back into the frame, and I can't wait to flip it around and show you how it looks because it's super gorgeous and I love how it turned out. For the next project, I'm going to use these snowflakes from the same ornament collection that came from the dollar store or the Dollar Tree. And here, as you can see, one of the little piece was broken when I took these out, but I'm just gonna hot glue that in place and it would be unnoticeable. And then I'm also gonna stain that using the same technique that I did for the Christmas trees, and I'm gonna add them using the same way, just by using some hot glue, and I'll be adding that to the center of the other frame as well. I love this one even more just because of all of the texture and the cutting inside the snowflake. You can even see the background better, and I love the mixture of this light brown color against the cream distressed cream background. And I'm just gonna dry place them before I stick them permanently with some hot glue, and I can't wait to show you the end result. So everyone, this is the final project. I love how simple and inexpensive this project was, and I love this rustic and natural finish, and I can't wait to include these in my Christmas decoration this year. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like always, don't forget to leave my video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification, because I have many Christmas DIY projects coming up. So thank you so much everyone for joining me, and stay safe, take care, until my next video. Bye bye.